Students online, all of you all, very good morning, everyone. Very good morning. Welcome to today's Unit 2 class. Okay. I hope all of you are keeping fine, doing good. Okay. Everybody, I hope you all have your laptops with you all. You all can practice with me. Okay. So everybody, before we proceed forward, guys, I want to touch on the homework a little bit. Many of you all asked me about the border color and the background color in every cell. So let me quickly explain how that is done, and then we'll proceed from there onwards. Okay. So everybody, in our last class, we created a table, isn't it? Lesson number 12 was tables. Okay. So can everyone open that in Google Chrome and also open that in Notepad? Can everyone do that, please? Okay. So when I double click, guys, this is the table that we created in last week's class. Okay. And I'm also going to open this in Notepad. So I can right click and say open with, but Notepad doesn't show up for me. I can simply click on edit in Notepad, or you can do a drag and drop into Notepad. You choose. Okay. Everyone okay with me? Everyone with me? Anyone not sure what's happening right now? I'm not doing the exact homework question. I'm doing a question similar to the homework. In the homework, the problem we had was that many of you all were asking was how to put a background color for the cell, how to change the border color. Okay, so we'll deal with that. Let me quickly show you all what the homework was. So in the homework that I gave you all, required output. Yeah, you all were asking me, how do we get this green color? How do we get this red color? Okay, right. We will deal with it. So everybody, did you all open it up, guys? Now this is my table now. My entire table coding is over here. Everyone saw this? My entire table coding is over here. And this is the output that we have. Everyone okay with this? Before we go there, guys, can I quickly ask you all, how do we put a background color for the page? I didn't teach it to you all directly. Through homeworks, I was hoping you all would get it. You can use it in the body tag. In the body tag, guys, you can use the style attribute again. Isn't it? In the body tag, you can say style is equal to open double quotes and mention the property. What's the property, guys? Background dash color is, put a colon, is, we'll go with pink, is pink, end of property value. Background color is pink, end of property value. Now save your work and come and refresh. You can see your web page is now having a green, pink background. Everyone, can I try that out? This is how you put a background color for your page. Okay. Now, boys and girls, is this the only way to put a background color? Is this the only code you can use? Answer is no. There is something called BG color attribute. BG color equal green, pink. You can use that method also. There is not only one way, there are different ways to do it. So guys, when you seek assistance from the internet, some of you all have asked ChatGPT to help you out. So ChatGPT might give you a different way of doing it. It's not wrong. There are so many ways of changing the background color. Are we okay with this? I'm going with the style attribute. But if you want, guys, I'll just show you a different way. We have an attribute called BG color. BG color is, not is, equal, and you can say pink. This is another way of changing your background color. See, same output. Sounds good? Then guys, girls, everyone okay? Then everybody, how do I get a border for my table? We know that. We say border equal 1px and we got it. How do we get a border color? How do we get a border color? Shall we try the attribute border color and see? Let's try the attribute border color and see if it works. So border dash color equal red. We'll see if this works. Border color equal red. Let's save it. Come and refresh it. Okay, that doesn't seem to be working. Border color equal red is not working. Everybody okay with this? I saved it and I come and refresh it. Doesn't work. Shall we try with the style attribute then? Everybody okay with this? I'm going to try with the style attribute. Border color is clearly not working. Okay. I'm going to try with the style attribute. So now what will I do? I can say style equal, open double quotes, border dash color is red, end of property value. Let's see whether this works. Save it, come and refresh it. Okay, the borders have become red. Everyone saw it? My borders have become red. So that is working now. Okay, my borders have become red. Okay, so when I use the border color attribute, it didn't work. When I use the style attribute with the border color property, it worked. Okay, and then finally, guys, okay, everyone, did you all try this out? Okay, border style attribute equal border color is red. That worked. Then finally, every cell should have a green background. Okay, every cell should have a green background. So in my table tag, inside the style attribute of my table tag, what if I were to add one more property that says background color? Background color is green. End of property value. Inside my table tags style attribute, I'm adding one more property, background color is green, end of property value. Will it work? I don't know. Save it, come and refresh your code. It is working. Let's make it light green. Huh? Light green. Let's see if this works. It works. Okay. Can you all try this and see? Anyone's laptop I need to come to? Anybody? Nobody? It's okay there for you? Good. How about you? Should I? It's working. If it's not working, please do call me. Okay, we are on time this time. Right, then shall I move away from here? Okay. Boys, shall we move away from here? Shall we move on to our next part? Lists. Okay. So guys, all of y'all, we are learning these tiny components we are learning now. Okay, how to put a paragraph, how to put a heading, how to put an image, how to put a hyperlink. Okay, how to modify them. We are learning all these tiny components. Now let me just show you what happens in a past paper. Okay. So if I were to give you an example of a past paper question, every past paper has a 20 marker HTML question. It has small HTML questions and then one very big HTML question. This is where generally, everybody gets fed up of IT. Like, why did I choose this subject when they see that question? Okay, so let me now itself warn you all about it. Okay, so these tiny parts that you learn will all come together in one 20-mark question. So I'll just pick a random paper, 2021 June, Unit 2 paper. If you look over here, guys, okay, so there'll be small HTML questions. So here there'll be some small HTML questions. Okay, what is HTML element? What is an attribute? Find what is wrong here. Okay, sort out this list. Small questions over there. Then in question number 4, you get the where is it? Question 4. Over here, you get a major, big HTML question. This is worth 20 marks. Okay, at the bottom here, it's worth 20 marks. So let me zoom out and show. And in this particular paper, guys, you have to make a web page for 2 layouts. Okay, I haven't taught you all these layouts yet, but basically you have to make this web page to respond to 2 different layouts. Okay, so here, all your HTML knowledge will come over here. How to put headings, how to adjust font size, how to align it, how to put images, how to put hyperlinks, okay, how to put a horizontal ruler. All that learning will come in this big question over here. Everybody okay here? And over here, they are given you the details of how the page should be here. Okay, one by one, they have given you, okay, what you need to do in this whole page. Everybody okay with this? It goes on and on. So this question alone is 3 pages long now. Still going on now. Okay, you get 20 marks. Every past paper has this. Okay, So sometimes you all must be wondering, what are we doing learning these tiny, tiny things? These tiny, tiny things will all come together in one big question. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, right. Everybody, guys, girls, let's keep moving then. Okay, now can we move on to something called lists? Let me first explain something to you all. So let me quickly open up Microsoft Word and explain. We have two types of lists. There are certain lists where the order matters to you. What comes first, what comes second, what comes third matters to you. Okay. So for example, if I were to tell you batting order, okay, if I were to tell you, what do you call, batting order, does the order matter here? If I say cricket batting order, okay, does the who comes first, who comes second, who comes third matters a lot to you, right? Isn't it? The person who comes first, the person who comes second, the person who comes third matters. Give me another example of a ordered list. For example, if I were to say a ranking of students, this is an ordered list, right? Who comes first, who comes second, who comes third? The order matters. You can't change it as you wish. Okay, so let's modify this to ranking of students. Ranking of students. Okay, and say for example, if I were to say John, Peter, Avishka. Okay. Then for example, if we were to say Johnson. Okay. Now here your order matters. Okay. 1, 2, 3 order matters. This is what we call an ordered list. If I were to, for example, tell you items in a classroom, does your order matter over here? Absolutely no. It doesn't matter at all here. We call this a what? Unordered list. Here, your order simply doesn't matter to you. Okay, whether you put projector first or projector second, it doesn't matter. Projector, table, chair, what else? Screen, microphone. Okay, so here, this is what we call an unordered list, where the order simply doesn't matter for you. Now, every item inside this list, boys, girls, look here, whether it's ordered or not ordered, inside a ordered list or an unordered list, every item is known as a list item. Agree? John is one of the list items. Peter is another list item. Avishka is another list item. Over here, projector is a list item. Table is a list item. Agree? Okay, right. So let's see how do we get this into HTML. Okay, everyone. How do we get these lists into HTML? So everybody, can you all take a new notepad file? Guys, girls, all of y'all. So we are going to move on to lesson number 13, lists.html. New tab. And we save it as in our HTML folder. Okay, so let's come to the right place. Unit 2, file number 11 dash, not 11, 13, no? Lists.html. Can everyone get this down? Lists.html. Okay. File number 13 dash list.html. And then we go ahead and click on save. Then guys, can you all remember the tags? So you have to tell your web browser you're using HTML version number 5. So what do? Doc type HTML. Then we open HTML and we immediately close it. Then what do we have at the top? We have the head open, head closed. Inside our head, what do we have? The title open, title closed. Inside title, we are going to call this list. Then guys, I'm going to have my body area, body open, body closed. I'm going to have a heading that says ordered and unordered lists in HTML. Okay, and I want this to be center aligned. Can somebody help me to center align this? Sorry, style attribute. You use a style attribute and then equal the property text align. You use a property text align is center, end of property value. Save it. Come and refresh your web page. When you come and refresh your web page, guys, is your code working so far? So far, so good. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. Then, guys, I want a underlined subheading. I want a underlined subheading that says unordered list. Okay. So for a subheading, I'm going to use which tag? H2. For underline, I'm going to use louder U. Okay. So H2 open, H2 close. First close it. Then open up your underline tag. U open, U closed. Then in between you type unordered list. Okay. And then, guys, I'm gonna start off with a what do you call unordered list. I'm gonna have my subheading H3 open, H3 close. I'm gonna say items in a classroom. Okay, let me see if this is working so far. When I come and refresh my web page, it's appearing so far without a problem. Okay, unordered list, items in a classroom. Okay. But it is right about especially software. Should I use this project? All right. As you type your code, guys, talk yourselves. Okay. I'm putting my subheading, so H2. I'm underlining it, so U tag. I'm putting a subheading, so H3. Okay. Right. So, guys, all of y'all, when we start an unordered list, guys, we use UL. UL stands for unordered list. Open UL, immediately close it. Now itself close it. Okay. As soon as you opened UL, you closed it. Now inside this, you're going to put items inside it. One by one, you're going to put items. Okay. What are the items, guys? So LI. LI stands for list item. Immediately close your list item. So what is my first list item going to be? It's going to be a projector. Then I'm going to put my second list item. LI open, LI closed. What is my second list item going to be? Tables. Then what is my third list item going to be? Chairs. Then I'll add one more. LI open, LI close. My last one is going to be webcam. Okay. Everyone, can you all check my output? When you all come and see my output, can you see what my output looks like? I have an unordered list over here, all in bullet form. Everyone saw? It's all in bullet form. Okay. Okay. So everyone see your output. Okay, we're going to move in 30 seconds from here. Okay, so everybody, I want to show you all right now. Can you all see in your unordered list right now, bullets are appearing now? Can you all see the symbol that's appearing is bullets? You get the ability or the freedom to change that. So you can use an attribute called type, unordered list type. And over here, you can define the type of whether you want bullets, whether you want discs, squares, you can define. So you can say, for example, type equals square. So now instead of bullets, it will be using squares. So now when you come and refresh, guys, can you all see squares are being used? Everyone saw that? Okay. You can modify the type of bullet being used in your unordered list. Okay. Everybody okay with unordered list? Then guys, can we now move on to ordered list? What's wrong? Problem? Okay. So everybody, we're then going to move on to ordered list. Can you all open up a subheading, ordered list, underline it? What is the problem? Everything is set there. So problem is starting from the line equals set there. Right, everybody, let's now get our next subheading that says ordered list. Ordered list. Okay, so I'm going to come down over here and I'm going to say over here ordered list. And I'm going to say over here, what do we say over here? Sri Lanka batting order. Okay, we can say something like this. Okay, now here the order matters a lot to you. Okay, what comes first, what comes second, what comes third matters a lot to you. Okay, so what do we do, guys? If unordered is UL, ordered will be OL. As soon as you open it, go and close it. As soon as it's opened, you have closed it. And guys, if you are maintaining indentation, it's very easy for you to follow. Have you opened? Have you closed? Because it's all in the same line now. Okay. Right. Let me see if my output is working properly. Let me come and refresh it. Okay. So you can see so far no problems at all. So over here, guys, let's start typing our items here. LI list item open closed. As soon as I open it, I'm closing it. Okay. So here we can say Patum. Here we can say Kusal. Okay. And say Avishka, for example. Okay, let's keep 4. Okay, now everyone, let me come and check my output. When I come and refresh, guys, you can see these have now come ordered. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's appearing in an ordered manner. Okay. Can everyone try this out? So now you know the difference between an unordered list and an ordered list. Okay. Now, right now, by default, if you don't change any settings, the ordered list is using what numbering? 1, 2, 3, 4, isn't it? It's using 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want, you can change that. Using the type attribute, you can make it Roman numbers, you can make it letters. Everybody okay with this? Say, for example, you want to use letters A, B, C, D. So then in the ordered list, you can use the attribute type and you can say type is equal to, and you mention capital A or simple A, you decide. So if I go with simple A, now the numbering will go in alphabetical order. Not alphabetical order, the numbering will be alphabets. So can you guys check my output now? Can you see now it's A, B, C, D. Everyone saw this? Okay. If you want, you can make it capital A. Okay. Guys, if I want Roman numbers, what do I put? I, capital I or simple I, you can put over there. Okay. Everybody okay with this? All done? Come on, everyone. We're going to move in 30 seconds. Okay. Then guys, let's say I'm going to remove this type. Okay. You can do it in type. I'm going to remove this type. Let's say, for example, you want to start from number 3 onwards. Okay. Shahad, all of you all. Let's say you want to start from number 3. Then what do? You can say start equal 3. So now the numbering will start from number 3 onwards. The numbering starts from number 3. So now if you come and check your output, guys, can you see? Your ordered list is starting from number 3 onwards. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Come on, everyone. Try this out. Okay. Right, guys, it's going to get a little complicated now. Everyone, we have, guys, girls, all of y'all, this is going to get a little complicated. Okay, watch carefully. Now here it really matters. Opening tags, closing tags, it matters a lot. Okay, everybody, I want something called a nested list. Okay, let me show you how a nested list looks. Nested list means what? You have a list inside a list. Okay, so we have a nested list over here, and let's say, for example, question 1. Then we have question 2. Inside question 2, I have question 2a. Inside that, I have question 2b. Inside question 2b, I have question 2b1. Question 2b1. Question 2b2. Then I have question 2c. Okay. And then I have question 3. Are we okay with this? Everyone saw this? Now here you can see there are 3 lists, right? You have question 1, 2, 3 in one list. Inside question 2, you have another list, question 2a, 2b, and 2c. And inside question 2b, you have another list that goes as question 2b1, question 2b2. Okay, this is what we call a nested list, and creating it is a bit complicated, but you can make it easy if you properly open and close your tags at the correct time. As soon as you open, when you close, creating this list then becomes very, very easy. Shall we try it and see now? So everyone, did you all see my structure? Everyone saw the structure now? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to type it in my code now. I'm going to come over here, Control C, Control V, and I'm going to say nested list. And I'm going to just call it questions. Let me see if this is working. Is my heading nested list appearing? It's appearing, and no problems at all. So everybody, I'm going to open up my ordered list now. As soon as I open it, I'm going to close it. Close ordered list. Everyone okay with this? Ordered list open, ordered list immediately closed. Now inside this, I'm going to have in my main list. In my main list, I have 3 questions. 1, 2, and 3. So I'll do that now itself. Li open, Li closed. And what do I call it? Question 1. Li open, Li closed. Then I have question 2. Then I have question 3. Okay. So I have my main list created first. Okay. I have created my main list. Okay. Now inside question 2, I need to open up another ordered list, isn't it? Inside question 2, everyone saw my structure now. Inside question 2, I need to have another ordered list for 2A, 2B, and 2C. Okay. So do the opening and closing now itself. Inside question 2, let me take this to the bottom. Inside question 2, I need to open up another ordered list. As soon as I open it, I'm going to close it. Okay. And over here, guys, my numbering type will be what? Simple A. My numbering type here will be simple A. What do we have here? Question, sorry, Li open, Li closed. What do we say inside this? Question 2A. question 2B, question 2C. Let me see how it looks when I come and refresh my code. So far, everything is appearing quite well. Main list is working, sub list is also working. There is one more list that needs to come inside question 2B. Inside 2B, I need one more list to open up. Okay, try 2B1, 2B2 on your own. And wait for me. Okay, that was going on. Okay, got it. Okay, you can try the 2B1, 2B2, try that and see. So inside 2B, everybody, inside question 2B, guys, I'm gonna have something like this. Another ordered list open. Immediately, I'm going to close it. Then inside 2B, my list item is going to say what? Li open, Li close. I'm going to say question 2B I. I forgot to say my type over here is simple Roman numbers equals simple I. Then what do I have next? 2B2. Let me see my output. So everybody, can you see? My output looks quite fine. Okay, everyone saw that? I don't seem to have any major problems over here. Okay. Right, guys, we'll be moving in a minute. Can you all try this out and see? So, guys, if you hadn't done indentation, if you didn't open and close immediately, creating such a list will become very difficult for you. But because you're opening and closing tags immediately, indentation is being maintained, for you to read your code, understand your code, and follow it becomes very easy for you. Okay. Okay, shall we move on, guys? The next one, guys, I don't have any proper examples for you all. Now, list, I have examples to give you all. The next one is called description list. When you want to describe something in list format, we use something called description list. Okay, I can't really give you all a real life example. I'll just use the days of the week and the months of a year. I'll use those two examples to explain my point. Okay, so everybody, shall we move away from here? Anyone wants me to wait? Everybody done? Okay, so this is the one we are going to do right now is the last part in part one. Then we move on to part two. Part two, we deal with forms. Okay, so everybody, I'm going to click on save now, and I'm going to take a new tab, guys, online. If anything, if I need to wait, let me know, because everyone over here are done. I'm moving forward. Okay, right, so I'm going to take a new tab now, file, new tab, and I'm going to save this as file number 14 as description list.html. File number 14 dash description list dot html. Everyone okay with this? Description list. Okay, a list that can basically list out items to describe something. Okay, so I'll do days of the week and months of the year. Okay, are we good? Okay, description list. Okay, can everyone get the opening tags now? Everyone tell your web browser you're using HTML5 and get started. Come on. See if you can type the codes on your own, everybody. Okay, so everybody over here, I'm going to say doc type HTML. I'm using HTML5. Open HTML, close HTML. Then I have my head close. Then title open, title close. Over here, I'll keep my title as description list. Then I open up body. We close body. Over here, what do? We have a heading, H1 closed. Okay, using description list in HTML. Then what do we do, guys? We are now going to describe the days, no, the months of a year. Okay, so we are about, okay, so I'm going to put a comment now. I'm going to put a comment. Okay, below is a list that describes the months in a year. Guys, what do we know about comments? Will the web browser show it to the viewers? No. Comments will not be shown to your viewers unless they click on view source code. Unless they view the code, they will never see the comment. Okay. So everybody, I'm going to open up my description list. So DL open, DL closed. Then inside the description list, guys, you will have your description title, DT. Okay. Inside the description list, guys, you will have a title, DT. DT open, DT closed. What is my title going to be? The months of a year. Okay, the months of a year. Let me see how it looks. Let me come and refresh my web page and open it up. The months of a year. Can I make a mistake? One second, please. Okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry, the code. The description title is, everybody, my description title, I have typed it. Okay. Now I'm gonna put the values for the months of a year. So for that we use what, guys? D, description title. Now we have description data, D. So here we say January. Okay. January. Then my next description data will be February. And I'll just do March and stop. Okay. March. Sorry. March. So everybody, this is what my output looks like. This is what my output would look like. Everyone saw this? Guys, this is what you call a description list. I mean, have any of you ever seen anyone using this? Not really, right? So I don't have a proper example to give you all. but this is how it works. Okay, in a description list, you have a description list, you have a description title, and you have your description data. Okay, with that, guys, we are now done with part 1. So everything, any of y'all who did ICT for O levels, part 1 would have not been a big deal for y'all. Now part 2 is going to be a lot of new information for all of y'all. Okay, part 2 will have a lot of new information. Okay, right, everybody, get comfortable, guys. We're going to get started now. By the way, everyone over here, did you all take part 2? Everybody, part 2 is there in the behind. No, take it now. Then in the break, you'll take it. Okay, part 2 is there in the behind. In the break, y'all can take it. Okay, what's wrong? Not working. Working. Okay. Right. First, tell me where the problem is starting from. Okay, so after H1 problem is starting. Will you close your terminal? Okay. So everybody, we are now going to move on to part 2. Guys online, can you all collect part 2? Problem? I'll come to you. Guys online, can you collect part 2, please? Yeah. I am still typing now. So everybody, guys, girls, all of y'all, we now move on to part 2. Okay. So for many of y'all, this would be brand new information. Everything we did in part 1, many of y'all have already done in O levels. Okay. So it would have been a bit boring. Okay. But part 2 is all new information for y'all. Okay. Right. So everybody, can we take, can we start off with, where is it? File, new tab, and save it as lesson 15. Save it as, you're done. I changed the screen. Okay. Okay, I'm going to save this as lesson 15 dash working dash forms 15 dash forms.html. Everybody okay with this? So using a form, what can you do? You can receive values from the user, isn't it? So we are going to learn how to create a form and how do we get values from the user? How do we allow the user who's viewing our web page to submit information to us? Okay. So we are going to learn how to create a form. Okay. Right. So everybody, my file name is file number 15 forms.html. Now everybody, let's get started. So can we first define our HTML version? We are using HTML5, open HTML, close HTML. Then guys, can you open up your head tag, head open, head closed. Then inside the head, can you put title, close title. And over here, can you all say forms? Then open up your body. In body, everybody, close body. Over here, guys, I want a heading that says student registration form. Student registration form. Okay. Let me see how the output looks so far. So far, I don't see any problems. My heading is appearing without a problem. Okay. Okay. So everybody, now we are about to create our form. Okay. So what do we do, guys? Immediately after H1, I'm going to open form and I'm going to close form. So in this gap, all the questions that I need to ask the user will appear inside this very gap. Are we okay? So question number 1, guys, I need to know the user's name. Everybody okay with this? I want to know the user's name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first create a label that tells them to enter their name. Everyone okay with this? So I'm going to open a tab, not tab, a tag called label, label open, label closed. Everyone okay with this? And over here I say full name, full name. Okay. So now I have a label that says full name. Below that, guys, below that, I'm going to allow them to type their full name, which means I need to create an input box for the user to type their input. Can everyone stop for a second? Can you all see? My label has appeared. Everyone saw? My label has appeared, but there is no space for the user to type their full name. Okay. So if you want to get values from the user, you need to use a tag called input. So what do we do over here? Input, open input, and close your input. Okay. This is not enough. You have to tell your computer what type of an input box is this. Okay. Just opening input and closing input just gives you a space like this. Everyone saw? You got space over here for the user to type, but you have to also tell what type of data you are allowing the user to type. Everyone? Now over here, guys, I have my input tag where I'm allowing the user to type something. Okay. But go ahead and put an attribute called type. Type is equal to, so for name, guys, we're accepting letters. So we will say text. Input type is text. Allow the user to type letters over here. And we click on save. And guys, when you come and refresh, can you see, guys, everyone? It has appeared like this. Everyone saw it? I'll zoom into it. This is how it has appeared. All good? Now, everybody, did you all notice right next to label, the input field is appearing? Which means your label tag and your input tag are both what type of tags? Inline tags. Okay. If it took up the whole width, what would I say? You don't say inline. No, I forgot the name myself. What do we call block tags and block and inline tags? No, I forgot the name myself. We were calling it block tags versus span tags, not inline, span. No. Block tags and span tags. Yeah, or we say inline level element. Okay. So everybody, if it was a block level element, okay, it would take up the whole width. From left to right, it would take up the whole width. Okay. Now, for example, H1, it takes up the whole width. Okay. From left to right, the whole space is taken. Okay. But for example, if you take something like label, it takes up only that particular space. Look here, label, it takes up only up to here. And then the input box will start right next to it, because label and input are both span elements. So we say inline elements. They appear exactly where we put the code. They don't take up the full width. Okay, anyway, more on that later. I want the input box to appear on the next line, and I want full name to look like a label. I want it to be bold. I want it to be slightly bigger in size. So shall we use H3? Shall we use the H3 tag? So outside label, guys, I'm going to use the H3 tag. Okay, H3. I want it to be size H3. Okay, now see how it looks. Now you can see full name looks like a full name. Everyone saw that? Full name, now it looks like a, what do you call it? It looks like a proper label. Okay, can you make it H3? Are we good? Then guys, I'm going to add one more thing over here. After full name, I'm going to ask them for their contact number. Okay. After full name, I'm going to ask them for their contact number. So again, guys, I'm going to say H3, open H3, close H3, open label, close label. And over here, what am I going to say? Contact number. Okay. Contact number. Now I have to allow the user to type a number now. So what am I going to say over here? Input type, input open, input closed. Okay. So over here, guys, my type will be what for contact number? Will I make it text or number? Okay, I'll make it number. I'll make it number. Okay, everybody, I'll make it number. Now, guys, can you all see the output? When I make it number, see the output? You guys saw the output here. It is going like this, increase, decrease. Okay, you can also type a number. You can also type a number, no problem at all. Okay, can you type letters over here? It's not allowing you to type letters. Everybody okay with this? Okay, so contact number field, you can set its type to number. So the user can only type a number here. He will not be able to type characters over here. I'm typing characters, it's not appearing. Everybody okay with this? So if you want, you can set the contact number to number. Okay, but guys, later on, we are going to change it to text. I'll tell you all why later on, not now. Okay, later on, I'll tell it to you all. Then, for example, guys, girls, I want to know the student's date of birth. Are we okay with this? I want to know the student's date of birth. So I'm going to have another field now. I'm going to have another field. And I'm going to say date of birth. Date of birth. Over here, guys, my input type will be what? I don't want a number. I don't want text. I want a date. My input type here is going to be date. Now, everyone stop for a second. Look at my output. When I come and refresh, guys, do you all see over here? What did I get here? When my input type is date, girls, boys, all of you all, did you all see the calendar? The calendar has appeared over here. You guys saw it. When your input type is date, you automatically get a calendar. Okay? Try this and see. Guys, girls, for your input type for telephone number, for contact number, can you change the type to telephone? Change the type to telephone. Okay? For contact number input type, can you all change this to telephone? Okay? We have a type called telephone. Okay, so now here you can type a telephone number. Okay, but the problem is if the user types letters also, it's accepting it. That's the problem. Okay, but anyway, no, you put telephone over here. Okay, contact type telephone. Okay. Not telephone, we say TEL, tel, not telephone, tel. Okay. Okay, TEL. Right. Everybody okay with this? For telephone number, guys, your type will become tel. Now, guys, I want to do one more thing over here. When I click on full name, boys, girls, everyone, can you look here? Can everyone look here? Important part. When I click on full name, guys, I want automatically this input box to get activated. When I click on the word contact number, this input box should get activated. When I click on date of birth, this should get activated. Is it happening right now? Right now, when I click on this, is this getting activated? Answer is no. So everybody, you can connect your label and your field together. You can create a connection between the two. Everybody with me? I'm going to create a connection between my label and my field. Let's see how that's done. Okay. So everybody, in my input box, for name, I'm going to add an attribute called name. Okay. Name is equal to, and I'll just say F name. The name of my full names input box is called F name. Why did I do it? I'll tell you all very shortly here. The name is F name now. In my label, guys, I will say label 4. I add an attribute called 4. And 4 will be equal to the name of my input field. Label 4 is equal to the name of my input field, which is F name. Everybody okay with this? So now I have basically connected my label to the input box. You saw how I did it, right? I gave a name for my input box, and that name I put it in my labels 4 attribute. Okay. So now let's save it. Let's come and refresh our code. Everyone look here. Everyone look here. When I click on full name, where? Why didn't it work? Sorry, guys, I made a mistake. Not name ID, okay? Not name ID. ID is equal to F name. Then label 4 equal F name. Okay? ID, not name. ID is equal to F name. And then in your label, in the 4 attribute, mention the ID. Okay, so everyone look here. Guys, girls, look here. When I click on full name, so my name input box gets activated. So, okay, I'll do the same for contact also. So for my contact input field, I'll give it an ID. ID equal contact. In double quotes, I'll say contact. Then in my label, I will use the 4 attribute. 4 equal, and I'll mention the contact inputs ID, which is contact. Control S. I'll do the same for date of birth also. I'll give it an ID. My input field for date of birth has an ID called DOB. Then in the label, I will say label 4 equal DOB and save it. Now guys, look here. When I click on DOB, also my DOB input field gets activated. When I click on contact number input field gets activated. Okay. Can you add one more field called grade? Everybody, can we add a new field called grade? Okay, and it will be a number field. So guys, we can copy and paste. It will be a number field. Control C, Control V. Over here, label. So I'll call it grade. For grade. Type will be number. ID will be grade. Save it and see how the output is. So here you have a grade field where the user can enter their grade. Grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can enter. Okay, can everyone try that also? Not sure. Check on. Okay, so everybody, did we get grade there? Okay, so we have grade. Then guys, all of y'all, what else could we get there? We have the first name, we have their contact number, their date of birth, their grade, where they will be typing their grade over there. Okay. Email, nothing much over there. What's the next input type I can ask for? Password, I don't have. Let's ask them for a file. Let's ask them to insert a file. Okay. So I'm going to have my third input, which is going to be, I'm going to say photo of yourself. Photo of yourself. Input type will be file. ID will be photo. Label for photo. Save it. Come and refresh your code. Can you see, guys? You get the option to upload a file. You guys saw it? You get the option to upload a file. Okay, with that, we'll be taking a break, guys. Can you first get that done? Just realize I have been opening and closing input now. Input is an empty tag. There is no closing for it. Okay, so we don't need to be closing input each time. It's a empty tag. You only open it, you don't close it. Okay, right, everybody. The next thing I want you all to try out is, everybody, we have now learned how to put a label, how to get a value from the user. Okay, right. Then guys, I want you all to now work on radio buttons. Okay, now everybody, a radio button allows you to show multiple options, but the user can only choose one option. Is it clear? When your input type is a radio button, the user can only choose one option. What do we call the type where the user can choose multiple options? We have radio buttons, user can only choose one, and we have another one called check boxes. Check boxes are where you can tick multiple options. Everybody okay with this? Let's try this out. Okay, everybody, let's give this a try. Okay, so on page number 5, I have spoken about radio buttons. Let's give it a try. Okay, so I want to put a label over here. Boys, girls, all of y'all, I want to put a label over here in H3 format. H3 open, H3 close, and we open a label here. Label open, label close, and I'm going to say over here gender. Everybody okay with this? I'm going to have a label here that says gender. Then guys, I'm going to open up my radio button. So I'm going to say input. Okay, my type is going to be what? My input type is going to be radio. I'm having a radio button. Okay, and all of y'all, can everyone stop for a second and let me show you all a problem we're going to run into. So everybody, this is what my output looks like. When I zoom out, how do I get this to? Can you all see over here? Gender, and my radio button has appeared over here. Now the question is, generally with a radio button, you put the value before the radio button or the value after the radio button? You put it after, right? So I'm going to put my value after this radio button. Are we okay with this? So what do I do over here? I then come below this radio button and I say put another label, and this label will say what? Male. This label will say male. Okay, now let me see how the output looks. You guys can see right next to it male has appeared. Everyone saw? Right next to it I have male. Now if somebody clicks on this radio button, I have to define what is the value of that radio button. Did you all hear what I just told you all? If somebody clicks on this circle over here, on this button over here, you have to tell what is the value of it. Okay, so everybody, inside this input button, inside this input tag, I'm going to say value is equal to M. Okay, value is, we'll make it capital M. Anyone who clicks on this, its value is equal to M. Are we good? Okay, its value is equal to M. And then guys, I'm also going to give it an ID. ID is equal to, I'll say male. And in the label, I will mention label for male. So when you click on male now, this particular radio button will automatically get selected. Everyone okay with this? Okay. So this is my radio button for gender. So shall we also add female over here? You can copy and paste this again. Control C, Control V. Again, we are going to go with the radio button. This time the value of this button is F and the ID is female. Then the label for female and the value, what we display is female. Everyone, can you all stop for a second and just have a look at my output? Okay, everyone, see my output over here. Can you all see? Male is over here, female is over here. Everybody okay with this? Male, female. If you want this to come to the next line, what do you do here? Use a BR tag just before this input button. Okay? Right. Okay. So then guys, you all now know how to work with a radio button. Now guys, everybody, listen carefully to me. Okay, this is a bit confusing. Everybody, this gender is here. No, in gender we have male and female. No, between in gender the user can only choose one value, isn't it? But do you agree? Male and female both belong to my gender question. Agree? My male and female option, they both belong to the gender question, isn't it? So I'm going to tell my web browser that this radio button and this radio button, they both belong to the same field. You get it? How do I do that? So you guys can see over here, we have ID now. Next to ID, I'm going to add another attribute called name. Name is equal to gender. I'm going to put that same attribute for the female radio button as well. Why am I doing this? I'm basically telling my web browser, both these radio buttons, they belong to the same field, which is gender. Okay, they both have the same name now, which means they both belong to the same field. Okay, this value male and this value, this value M and this value F, they both belong to the gender field because they both have the same name, gender. Okay, everybody okay with this? Can you also add the name attribute to your input field? You're basically telling that both these radio buttons belong to the same field. That's what you're doing by adding name. Okay? Okay? By adding name, you're simply telling they both belong to the same field. Okay? Right. Then guys, our next one is subjects. Okay? Everybody, can we move on to subjects now? Everybody's done with this? Boys, girls, everyone okay? Boys there, over there, okay? Now guys, I'm going to ask the student what subjects they are doing. And for subjects, they can choose multiple values. So I will not be using radio button. I'll be using a checkbox where they can tick multiple values. Okay. So now what do I do over here? What do I do over here? I'm going to open up a new label. But everyone, I'm going to open up a new label in H3. H3 open, H3 close. And I'm going to open up label, label open, label close. And I'm going to say what over here? Subjects. Subjects. Okay. And then over here, guys, I'm going to have my, so how do we do it, guys? We mention the subject first or the, no, we first mention the checkbox, then the subject. So now I'm going to have my input type. Input type is going to be equal to checkbox. Okay, checkbox. Okay. Then guys, I'm going to put a label next to it. Label that says accounting. Close label. Everyone see my output over here? When I come and refresh, guys, can you all see over here? Subjects, accounting. I can tick it. Everyone saw it at the bottom, boys behind. Okay. Right. Likewise, I'm going to add a few more. Okay. I'm going to have a BR tag in between. BR. Then I'm going to have input type checkbox. After accounting, we're going to have business studies, business. Okay, then again, copy and paste. Commerce. Everyone stop for a second and look at my output. When I refresh, can you guys see? Accounting, business, commerce. I can choose all three of them. Everyone saw this? I can choose all three of them. Okay, because in a checkbox, you can make multiple selections. Okay. All right. Important that we tell the web browser that all these checkboxes belong to the same group. So we will be using what attribute? Name attribute. So now use the name attribute to tell that they all belong to subject. Guys online, we have to now tell our web browser that accounting, business, commerce, they all belong to the same field. They all belong to subject. Okay, so we're going to do that shortly. 1 second, my battery is. So what do I do over here? I'm going to add a name over here. Everyone, where is it? Input type checkbox. I'm going to say name is equal to subjects. Subjects. I'm going to give it an ID also so that I can connect the label to it. Okay, so in ID, I'll call it accounting. Then in my label, I'll say label 4 equal accounting. I want this label. When I click on accounting, the accounting checkbox should get selected. Okay, so let's keep doing this. So all the checkboxes will have the same name, subjects, because they all belong to the same group. The ID, however, will differ from subject to subject. So here we have business, and here we have commerce. Then I need to copy the for box. Where is the for? Label for business, label for commerce. Everyone, let me see if my output is working properly. When I refresh, when I click on accounting, so accounting got selected. When I click on business, business got selected. Okay, the labels have been connected to the checkboxes. Okay, right. Okay. Then guys, final one, not final, two more. I want to have a drop down menu for the student to choose the curriculum. Are they doing Edexcel, Cambridge, local? Okay. I want to have a drop down menu for students to choose their curriculum. I'll put the label and I'll wait for you guys. Okay. So after this commerce label, I'll have to have I'm going to put a new label over here. What am I going to say over here? H3 open, H3 close. Then open label, close label. What do we say over here? Curriculum. Okay, and below this, guys, I'm going to have a drop down menu. Everyone, below curriculum, I'm going to have a drop down menu for the user to choose their curriculum. Okay, now drop down menu is done a bit differently from checkbox and radio button. Okay. Anyone code is not working for you? Problem? L-A-B-E-L. L-A-B-E-L. Some of them have E-L, some of them L-E. So all the E-L. They can show accounting. The ID is account. No problem. The problem is the label. So you have the label. Okay. Now, guys, for curriculum, in a minute I'll move. For curriculum, guys, we're going to have a drop-down menu where when you click on it, a menu opens up, shows multiple values. Okay, and then from that you can choose one. So normally, guys, in online forms for city, they give you a drop-down menu, isn't it? Choose Colombo 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. They give you a drop-down menu. Okay, so we'll be moving shortly. Okay. Right. Boys, girls, everyone. So below curriculum, guys, everybody, I'm going to open up my drop down menu. So what do I do over here, guys? You have to open up select. Select indicates the beginning of your drop down menu and close it immediately. Immediately close select. So your drop down menu, you have opened it and you have closed it. Now inside your drop down menu, you will have values now. For that, we use option. So now we say option, open, option, close. And now what do we do? For option, what's our first option going to be? Edexcel. Our second option is going to be Cambridge. Cambridge. And our third option is going to be, what do we call it? Edexcel Cambridge GCE. I'll just put GCE. Okay. Everyone, stop for a second. Let me see if my drop down menu is working. Refresh it. And when I come down, guys, you can see it is working perfectly well. Everyone saw your drop down menu is appearing for you. Okay. Can you guys try it out? Okay. So everybody, okay. Guys, again, remember, everybody remember, now when you choose Edexcel from over here, boys, girls, I'll add one more thing here. When you choose Edexcel from over here, you must tell your web browser what is that equal to, what is the value of it. You get it? So we are going to have an attribute over here called value, stating or telling your web browser what is this Edexcel equal to. So the value of it is equal to Edexcel again. The user choosing this is equal to Edexcel. Okay. In JavaScript, when you start learning JavaScript, guys, this value will matter a lot to you all, because in JavaScript, we will learn how to make your web page respond based on what the user selects. So then you need to know the value that they selected. Okay. So if somebody clicks on Cambridge, what is it equal to? Its value is Cambridge with a capital C. If somebody clicks on GCE, what is its value? Its value is again GCE. It's equal to GCE. This is the value that will get recorded in the database. Okay. Everybody okay with this? So now you all know how to create a drop down menu as well. Okay. Right. Our last one, guys, will be how do we put a submit button? But the submit button is not going to do anything yet, because in our data, in our lesson, guys, we will create a submit button, but we will not be connecting it to any database. Normally, guys, on a website, when you fill a form and when you click on submit, where is the data going? That data is all going to get stored in a database somewhere, right? Isn't it? On the server computer, they have a database, and all the data that you type in the form is going to get saved in the database. However, for y'all in your syllabus, that part is not there. But you all need to know how to create a submit button. How to create a submit button, you all need to know. Connecting it to a database is not a part of your syllabus. Are we all okay with this? So guys, can we start working on creating a submit button? Okay, a submit button and a reset button. Okay, so everybody, I'm then going to have another input, and the type is going to be submit input, and my type here is going to be equal to submit. This button will carry out type is submit. If you want, you can say value is also equal to submit. Okay. And now, guys, when you come and refresh your web page, you will notice at the bottom there is a submit button. But when you click on it, nothing happens. It just resets your form. That's all it does. because you have not connected it to any database. Okay. And guys, the submit button is appearing right next to your drop down menu. So if you want to take it down, use a BR tag, which I'm going to do right now. I'm going to use a BR tag or two BR tags to take my submit button down. Okay. Then guys, just like submit, we also have something called reset, where the user can clear all the data that they typed on their form. Clicking on reset will erase all your data that you typed on your form. Okay. So again, guys, I'll give them the submit button. I'll also give them the reset button. So I'll put another button, input type. Input type is equal to reset. And my value is going to be equal to reset. Now, guys, when you come and check it over here, let me type some values over here. I'll just type full name over here. I'll just type a grade over here. When I click on reset, you saw it removes the values from your form. Everyone look here. My full name is filled now. When I click on reset, it removes the values. It erases the form for me. Okay. Submit will submit it, but we have not connected it anywhere to submit. So it will just refresh the web page. Okay. One second, please. Okay. Now, guys, the next thing that we will be doing next week is putting rules for every input field. Where, for example, you will put a rule where the user cannot keep first name blank. If he keeps it blank, error message pops up. Then, for example, telephone number, you're only going to accept 10 characters. If the user puts 11 characters, you'll give an error message. Is it clear? Those are what we call validation rules. Those are all coming up in our next week's class. You need the same file. The same file, guys, we will be putting validation rules. Okay, we'll be putting attributes basically to ensure that the users enter the correct data into the form.